Hello. If algebra's got you down, you need to follow step by step, watch my videos, comment, ask questions, I'll answer the questions, and then learn the algebra. I'm Mr. Chu, this is Bear Algebra. We're talking about solving systems of equations using elimination. We're going to use elimination and addition in these examples. So here's example 1. So I have 2x plus y equals negative 8. You could graph that line. And then x minus y equals 2, you could graph that line and see where they intersect. But another way to solve it is you have to notice, first of all, I've got opposites here. So when you've got opposites, the easy way to do it is just to add down. Because we've got this equaling this, so we're adding the same thing, that top equation. 2x plus x is 3x. Plus y minus y is 0, so it's gone. And negative 8 plus 2 is negative 6. So all I did was use the addition property of equality to add the second equation to the first equation. And then eliminated the y. That's why this is called elimination. So now I have 3x equals negative 6. I use the division property of equality to divide the left by 3 and to divide the right by 3. 3 over 3 is 1. And so I have my x, so I isolated my variable. Negative 6 divided by 3 is negative 2. Now once I have my x coordinate being negative 2 at the intersection point, now I plug it into either one to get the y coordinate. Now for some people it's going to be easier to use the top one, so I'm going to use the top one. Because if I use the other one, there's a little bit of an issue there. You can use it, you just have to be careful. So, you can use either equation. I substitute a negative 2 in here, using the substitution property of equality. So negative 4 plus y equals negative 8. Now I use the addition property of equality and add a 4 to both sides. So I have y equals negative 4. Negative 8 plus 4 is negative 4. So I believe my solution is the point, the coordinate, negative 2, negative 4. And we write that with parentheses, negative 2, negative 4. Now, to check that, we substitute. So let's check this by taking and substituting into the first one. This point here, here's my x, here's my y. Substitute it in. 2 times negative 2 plus, my y is negative 4, equals negative 8, and I put a question mark there. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Negative 4 plus negative 4 equals negative 8 is true. So what does that mean? That means that the point negative 2, negative 4 would be on the graph of this line, 2x plus y equals negative 8. Now we'll check the second one. So x minus y equals 2. Now I substitute the x here. Negative 2 minus, in parentheses, negative 4. Does that equal with a question mark? 2. Minus a negative changes to plus a positive, so 2 equals 2. Now when they both check, it means that is a solution. And if you were to graph these two things, these two lines on the same coordinate grid, they would intersect at the point negative 2, negative 4. All right, my second example. I notice that I've got opposites here, which means I add down. That is the first clue. Now in my next video, we'll be using subtraction, and it won't be two equations that you can add down and something eliminates. Well, those cancel out because they're opposites. 4y minus 4y is going to be 0. So when I add down, 3x plus x is 4x. 38 plus 2 is 40. Now I use the division property of equality to divide the left by 4 and the right by 4. The 4 over 4 is 1. 1 times x is x equals 10. Now, since I know what x is, now I'm going to substitute in either one to find out what y is. So I'm just going to use the top one because I think it's easier, but you can use either one. I substitute a 10 in here. Now I'm going to solve it. 3 times 10 is 30. I use the subtraction property of equality. Subtract a 30 from both sides. 30 minus 30 is 0. 0 plus 4y is 4y. And 38 minus 30 is 8. I'm going to use the division property of equality to divide the left by 4 and the right by 4. 4 over 4 is 1. Cancels out. Y is 2. So I believe my solution to example 2 is the point 10, 2. I don't know that it's true, so I want to check it. So how do we check it? We substitute. So let's substitute into the first one. Here's your x and here's your y when you substitute. So 3 times 10 plus 4 times the y value is 2. Does that equal 38? 3 times 10 is 30. 4 times 2 is 8. 38 equals 38. So now let's take the second equation and substitute the 10, 2 for the xy. So I have 10 minus 4 times 2. Does that equal 2? 10 minus 8, does that equal 2? 2 equals 2. Once they both check, we had a check here on the first point. We have a double check there on the second one. That means if you graph this line and this line, they intersect at the point 10, 2, which is the solution to that system of equations. Okay, I'm going to write up a couple of challenge problems up here. And the challenge problems will be problems you can try, and then I will work out and show you what the solutions are. You can pause this, and after you pause it, you can start it again once you've worked them on a piece of paper, and you'll see if you have solved them correctly. So it's just a quick check on, do you understand? So challenge 1, write this on a piece of paper and try it. Challenge 1 is x plus 5y equals negative 3 is the first line. And the second one is 3x minus 5y equals 11. So you're going to take an add down, substitute, and check. All right, in challenge 2, the first equation is 3x minus 6 equals 3, and the second equation is 4x plus 6y, and that's minus 6y, plus 6y equals 32, and you're going to add down because you're using addition in these as well. So try these two problems. There will be a link up here, so you're going to be able to pause this now, and then after you work it, turn it back on, and then click on the link, and you'll be able to check and see if you did them right. Up here will be the solutions. Down here will be other bare algebra systems from Unit 6 videos. I'm Mr. Chu. This is bare algebra, and here is my YouTube link. Go and subscribe to my YouTube channel and use my videos to help you learn the algebra. I'm Mr. Chu. I want to help you. Let me. I'll see you in the next video.